What's up, guys? Welcome back to WCS America. You're watching the final day of Season 1. I'm Axeltoss. I'm joined by Axslav. You having a good day?
I'm having an excellent day. That series between Illusion and Tilea, just spectacular.
Really
HwangSin showing his bulletproof cheese defense here. Game 2, I hope Tilea doesn't try the same thing, because that is not working against HwangSin, man. This guy is...
I don't expect
No.
him to. The map is whirlwind, so it's like doable. But generally, if you give it that strategy, it doesn't work. Like your opponent's probably gonna be looking out for it again.
Yes.
At the bare minimum. And HwangSin has his timing down. Like I feel like he always sends that stalker out in PvZ.
He does, and maybe if she just found a way to have all the Zerglings circumvent it and then push it back with Queens or something.
Sure.
I don't know. There may be some. As soon as he sees you have speed, though, and he's going to catch a rally in here too.
Yep.
Definitely a very difficult build to pull off.
And he had the exact same reaction from when he played Suppy, so he knows exactly what to do. He's been in that situation plenty of times before. See what happens here in game number 2 on Whirlwind in the bottom right-hand location. I present your Red Zerg player. Hailing from New Zealand. Took out Illusion 2-1 in her first match of the evening. She needs to win 2 here to get in WCS America Premier League Season 2. She is Tilea. Loves getting hatcheries and queens. Had a hard time keeping him alive in that last game. Of course, her opponent in the top left. Present your blue Protoss player, HwangSin from Team Quantic Gaming. HwangSin is 1 win away from advancing to WCS America Premier League Season 2. Can he make it happen? What do you think, Nick?
I mean, he's 3-0 today against Zerg.
Yeah, that's
So,
a good point.
I think he's got to be looking good going into this game. Of course, Tilea, we haven't really seen her true Zerg vs Protoss today so far.
Right.
At least I'm assuming that's not all she does is that
Sure.
that baiting speed thing. I'm kind of interested in the fact that she didn't go Terran, because at least against Kapach, her Terran looked incredible.
That's actually a really good point.
I mean, first, that same build she used against Kapach, Whirlwind's not the best map for it. Kind of takes a long time to cross the map. But it's still, you know, it seems like Terran vs Zerg might have been her, or Terran vs Protoss, excuse me, might have been her stronger matchup.
It's strange, though, because, you know, it was game 1, so it's one of those things where it's like, okay, let's just see if we can get an early game out. You know, it is a best of 3. Is she trying to take a 3rd hatch?
Yeah, she's going 3 hatch before pool.
Is it going to go down? Ooh.
Her trademark.
I'm okay with this, honestly.
And she scouted there's no forge, so she's not worried about. Obviously, if you go 3 hatch before pool against Protoss, if there's a forge there, you're very vulnerable to being counter rushed. But I mean, here she's drone scouted, so she knows there's no forge. And then getting a gas and gas before pool as well, which is nice. Getting early speed. It doesn't delay it by that much, and getting.
Yep.
If you go 3 hatch before pool and you see a gateway, right? You're going to anticipate, okay, faster warp gate, there could be some warp gate aggression. The best way to deal with warp gate aggression is prevent the proxy pylons or kill the gateway units before they get to a large count. And of course, the best way to do both of those two things is with speedlings. So getting that gas first, so she can basically get Zergling speed the instant that pool is done.
Probe is going to have map control right now. I know that sounds crazy, but...
Probes are good, man. That probe can go wherever he wants.
He can. Oh!
Whirlwind is his oyster. Oh, look at this. So maybe she won't go straight for speed. She might actually go straight for a very fast upgrade.
Huh. Probably carapace, I would say.
Yes.
Think? Yeah.
Yes. It would. I don't see what else would be. There wouldn't be some weird plus on range roach timing. It would be carapace, so you can use speedlings. And the idea is, speedlings versus zealots is actually a fairly even battle, unless the zealots have the attack upgrade over to speedlings, and then all of a sudden they get the advantage. So I'm actually going for the minute. That's cheaper.
It is.
And it's a great upgrade as well. It's better against stalkers or sentries. If you don't anticipate them rushing out their own +1.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool move there. Next under gas is probably going to be speed, I would say.
Yes.
And it's a situation where the Lings are going to be savages. They're going to be crazy good. And we're seeing HwangSin chrono boost that warp gate. Well, you know, at this point, you're generally going to be chrono boosting, you know, probes. When you chrono boost warp gate, you know, it's more likely you're going for a little bit of gateway aggression. And adding on the +1 too. So do you think he'll go for some sort of 3-gate pressure type thing?
I think we're definitely going to see some, at least attempt at a push out. Now, if you can't get a proxy pylon up, he may not go for it, because trying to walk across the map can give the Zerg so much time to repair. But if you can get a proxy pylon up, we'll probably see warp in 3, 6, 9 cells.
That probe's a ninja, by the way.
Where's he hiding right now?
Right there.
Oh, in the bushes. Oh, the Overlord was going to see it, though.
Now, that Stalker could kill that Overlord. Maybe. Or at least push it away from that middle area. Oh, she's going to see it. That probe is actually really important, too. Oh, pylon goes down already. Well, +1 melee.
Oh, I mean, the warp gate is finishing right now.
Yeah.
Actually, this is a lot of gateways. This isn't just a Zealot poke.
Yeah.
There's 3 more gateways behind 4 more. This is basically a mass gateway all in.
Will this work?
And you know what? If
Mass Zealots? +1? No Roachhorn?
+1's going to be not done for a little bit. If she can overwhelm this with speed means before that kicks in, but there's so many gateways, it's going to be hard to really get that overwhelming speeding count. 3 hatches and 3 queens, or actually, sorry, 2 queens, is a lot of production.
Tilea backing up, making nothing but lings at this point in time. A Spine probably going down third as well. Great surround onto the Stalker, trying to take down these Zealots, and that's a lot of lings. I think she's going to take off this initial army, but...
And the first few units are very important for this, actually. Like, the difference between 5 Zealots and 9 is huge.
Tilea even adding on 2 drones here, but now she needs to realize, okay,
she's adding in 3 Spore Crawlers. She thinks it might be that Zealot into DT, but it's really just a 7 gate. This is insanely aggressive, and she hasn't identified it yet. Baning Nest is going to be huge to help her defend this.
Absolutely. Because generally HwangSin's going to identify a lot of lings. He's going to make a lot of Zealots, so Banelin's going to be really good at that, especially with the +1 melee attack, but we're not seeing any in production just yet. Of course, Sentry's going to be very instrumental in dealing with the Banelings.
Okay, so she sees the Zealot count, so, okay, making 4 Banelings.
Oh, trying to get that pylon. It's 25 HP.
Yes.
Okay, I think she might be...
This is going to be very tense. There's a lot of Zealots there. The 4 Banelings could be... She's taking out the proxy pylons in the back.
So you have to do... now... Oh my god, the Banelings! Oh, great force fields, but no, the 2 Banelings still get by. Great detonations into the Zealots. They're very, very, very low on health, and I think Tilea, I think she's going to hold this off.
I think she has a very... Oh, there's only 1 pylon left as well. Once that goes down, the attack is over.
Those lings are on a mission. The pylon is going to fall. Oh my god, it's not going to fall. 1 HP. 1 HP. The force fields.
Holy moly. Of course, she's going to finish it off in a second here, and she should... There we go.
Or is she? There it is.
And that's going to spell the end of the attack. I mean, he can still threaten, but you know, there's no Mothership Core with this either. He spent all his gas on a Sentry, so... Actually, there's no force fields. These 3 Banelings could be huge.
Oh my god, Tilea might be able to clean all these units up. These units are so important for HwangSin.
Sentries.
This is like all of his army supply right now.
There's only 3 Zealots left to escort them, and as long as she keeps rallying speed...
If he had a Mothership Core, you just get out of there.
I don't think he ever made one, did he?
Trying to optimize the 7-gate push, I guess he didn't. But again, I mean, why not have Mothership Core with it? Just want to save all the gas. Wow, it all gets cleaned up, and Tilea has to be fist pumping right now.
Yeah, I don't know what her worker count is. Right? Okay, it's pretty low worker count. In fact, HwangSin actually has an economic advantage right now, but you see 14 drones in production, and even though she's only like 34 workers throughout that, she can crank nothing but drones for the next minute and a half. Right? Yep. He can't move out. He has no proxy pylons. He has to wait for a substantial force to move out. In fact, from his position, I mean, he pretty much has to wait for a Colossus to move out. And then he could either take a third with a Colossus, or he could try to go for another 2-base push.
You know what he could do? Take a Ninja third?
If he can get a probe out, yeah.
And then use a Mothership Core to recall probes to the Ninja third.
That's pretty awesome.
That'd be sick.
It's pretty awesome. He's getting the Warp Prism, so we'll see what he can do with that. A 4th base being taken from Tilea, and she's really cranked her drone production up. So,
Zealot, are you up to the task? Looks like he is. Good Zealot. Give him a bonus at the end of the year.
So HwangSin's taking his 3rd base. He can use some hallucinations to scout. And what's scary for him right now is always easy speedings, which means it could be anything, right? It could be Mutas. It could be, you know, some Roach Hydra transition, although seeing the +1 attack on the speedings is... She just keeps making drones, doesn't
19 drones in production there.
You know, look at a cool upgrade she's getting.
Drop.
Yeah. And
we saw her do this against Illusion. As far as research and drop. And with Banelings on the map, like, that's actually really cool. And she already has, like, her Ling upgrades are great.
I'm surprised she's not in... Okay, Lair just finished.
Yeah, and she's waiting for the 2nd Evo Chamber, maybe, to really synchronize up the upgrades, maybe.
Could be.
Or just doesn't have enough resources right now.
She's getting a +2 Carapace. A lot of Zergs, when they get the drop, they're going to prioritize a +2 attack, because with +2 attack, the Banings will one-shot probes, which is a big number. Obviously, it takes half as many Banings to kill a probe. That's pretty huge when you're Baning dropping. So she's getting to 2-2.
Ooh, Warp Prism shenanigans here. the bottom side of the map. Drones.
That's gonna be annoying.
Transferring, and they're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Speed means are. Yeah, I think that the hatch might
dead.
go down.
I think it's dead. Goodbye, hatchery.
Yeah, there's no transfusions nearby. And that was necessary. With her drone count, if she was on 4 bases...
Oh! Get your other Zealot friends. Or Prism.
No.
Zealots are like, pick us up.
Wait, but the Zerglings assumed it would be picked
Yeah.
up, so they kind of just left him. But yeah, with her drone count, if she was allowed to be on 4 bases right now, HwangSin would be in a world of trouble.
Oh yeah, that was so instrumental there for HwangSin. Very cool move. One of those things when you're behind, like immediately kind of make a War Prism, just try to bring yourself back into the game. That's a great instrument to make that happen. Also, Dark Shrine is going to be an obvious answer as well. Yeah, but HwangSin doing a great job bringing him back in this game after that you know, pretty failed of an initial attack. I love the idea behind it, but Tilea doing a great job fending it off, really prioritizing the gases at his third base. Really like that as well. But Aspire is about to finish, and we have 900 gas.
Could be a lot of Mutas.
Whirlwind is so beautiful.
It's a great map for Mutas to play, and the way Tilea is so good at maneuvering around the map we saw against Illusion, and also setting up engagements, knowing when to engage, when not to engage. I think going for Mutas is a great thing to do for given her skill set.
All right. Oh my God, 3 Stargates immediately added on. So HwangSin able to identify this.
He was using Hallucinating Phoenix as a scout, but the problem is that she's taking one of the 5 bases, so she can get so many Mutas if she wants to. Of course, right now, only getting a single Mutas. Getting an upgrade, though, and morphing some Banes. She has some Overlords here with this, so this could be a drop.
Yes.
And of course, that's a drop that could take out Nexus. In fact, there's more Overlords going over
Anything
here.
inside him? It could be a fake. That could be a fake.
Yeah.
Or you know, it'd be more likely she sends some units up there to fill them in the Overlords. Of course, you want to get the Overlords there first. Uh-oh.
Ooh, that drop is going to be deflected. You know, HwangSin's so good at scouting.
Yeah.
Using these Hallucinating Phoenixes to really make sure nothing catches him off guard. Now he's going to get a lot of real Phoenixes. If Tilea can recognize this air transition from HwangSin, Corruptor, yeah, you can use Corruptors and Mutas combined, and with this style, with this amount of economy she has, she can probably just overwhelm him. But if the Mutas get caught off guard, or if HwangSin shows some spectacular micro,
yeah.
I mean, if the whole Muta pack gets caught and killed by like 9-12 Phoenixes, that could instantly turn this game entirely around.
The control here is going to be ridiculous for both players because look at all these drops that are going to start happening. Drops coupled with Muta play is actually a gigantic headache for a Protoss who's trying to control Phoenixes to deal with, right? Being efficient with Phoenixes against Mutas while microing probes, microing units against the Overlord drops. So we have some Overlords about to head into that third base of HwangSin. We'll have to see if he can deflect that aggression and if he can deflect the Muta aggression in his main.
Mutas are hitting the main right now, picking off the pylon. Now, is he going to... how long before he reveals all the Phoenixes? He's trying to hide the Phoenixes, but now he has to reveal them. He can't afford to lose all the probes. And these Mutas are in some big trouble, I think.
Yeah, they're going to get cleaned up if he's not careful. The Phoenix is in hot pursuit. Range is on the way. Overlord drop. The Overlord's, okay, just now going to the third base at the top middle. The Muta's trying to engage the Phoenixes, but the drop going into the third.
How many probes are going to be taken out here?
Oh, the Banelings again. Dismantling that middle line. Oh my God.
This is brutal. In fact, there's no probes.
That's huge. Okay, so...
he's only 140 food, and with this economy, it's going to be so rough. Now, he does have the Phoenixes, so further drop play can be mitigated by Phoenixes.
Sure.
Tilea is just cranking out more Mutas. She's not even going Corruptors. Look at that production tab. Nothing but Mutas.
She's like, anything you can do, I can do better.
3 Stargates, what beats that? Double Spires.
92 drones, by the way.
That's a lot of drones. Now, how is she going to deal with the Phoenixes? They have range.
Yeah.
And with range, they're just going to destroy the Mutalist. Now, the Queens can keep them off the Mutalist, but you can't bring the Queens with you Mutalist being harassed.
Queens want revenge from last game.
That's true. These Queens are pissed.
Yes. They saw what happened to their family.
But, I mean, she's got to get the creep out. The Queens are so slow.
Yeah, they are. She could drop the creep from Overlords and then
and then put a creep tumor. That would be really slick.
It would really help her get that mobility up. Link's coming out here for this Colossus.
And I
don't think she has an answer to Colossus in this army. Except the Mutas, obviously, but the Phoenixes are there to escort, and Tilea needs to be very careful not to be too cost inefficient. The Baneling's trying to get those drops out, but the Stalker's blinking to the side. The Baneling's going to try to detonate in the Colossus, but all the Mutas getting shredded to pieces by the Phoenixes, and Tilea taking a very cost inefficient trade there. Units lost.
The one thing that's going well for her is so much of his army is Colossi and Phoenix. If she can just make 10 Corruptors, she has great air upgrades, or is progressing. But 14 more Mutas, no Corruptors quite yet. I mean, a few corruptors are so important to help deal with this. Now,
Yeah.
she does have a huge economic advantage. I mean, she killed so many pros with the baiting drops, and of course she has a huge drone count herself. But even with that advantage, trying to fight range Phoenix with just pure Muta
It's
is
hard to watch that. It's like a knife fighting a stick
Done.
of butter.
or that.
Okay.
Yes.
I like yours too.
Oh well, one of them the knife is good, the other one is bad.
The same idea though.
Mutas are dangerous, man. If you get close to them, they'll hurt you like a knife would. But the Phoenixes just have that extra range.
Okay. I like that.
Now-
I was going for like the Phoenixes.
The
just like-
speedings, they can get right into the main. There's no
Oh.
Zealot at the wall.
Oh.
Okay, another one being
There's
warped
a
in.
Zealot like very close to it. But
Yeah.
He's
He's kind of out of position. He's kind of taking a
he's
nap.
thinking about exploring.
And that
but he's
third's kind of
tentative.
open too, but a big warp in there.
That's fine. Okay.
HwangSin's up
HwangSin,
to 4 bases.
He's back in this game. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. And this game just got like remarkably interesting
13
because
more drones.
I feel like we're fairly even.
I feel like we would be
103
even, except that the composition from HwangSin is...
Sure.
Like, if she just built Corruptors, she would be ahead. But, like, range Phoenix. Like, the Mutas just can't approach him. Now, with the Queens, they can protect the Mutas, but, like, offensively, Tilea can't do anything. And eventually, HwangSin is going to add in more layers to Army. Like, once he gets Psystorm
Right.
and feedback, then the Queens are going to start to fall apart. Or even if he has his ground army supplement his Phoenixes.
Creep spread is remarkable, by the way. Trying to get a drop there into that third. Now, what do you think is the reasoning behind not building the Corruptors? Like, and, there's some certain players who strongly believe just never build Corruptors because...
I mean, if they make Void Raids, the Corruptors aren't very good.
Correct, that too. So do you think that's the reasoning here from Tilea?
It could be, but you need, against this many Phoenix, if you're going to go there.
That's a scary army from
It
HwangSin.
is. I mean, Tilea has a lot of resources. She could throw down Ultra, then like Ultra transition would actually be amazing here because Phoenixes can't do anything and there's no Immortals, right? Zealot Colossi Stalker will get dismantled by Ultra. Like it won't even be close. In fact, she's getting Ultra's Cavern.
Yes.
And 35 Banings. So 3 Colossi aren't going to kill all the Banings, but there's force fields here. She can't even approach this army until she finds a way to deal with the force fields. And the Ultra's Cavern is only halfway done. That's a lot of time before the Ultras are on the field.
Yeah, and HwangSin going across the map here, taking out a lot of creep. We see a lot of Banelings being loaded up into Overlords.
That'll deal with force fields.
Yeah.
You just drop on top of them.
Yep. But the Phoenixes aren't going to kill Overlords stupidly fast, but...
Yeah, they'll probably be shooting the Mutas. There's some Mutas there.
Sure.
But okay. I don't know without Ultras. It's going to come down to micro. The Banings are going to have to do some great work here.
Yeah, Tilea is okay with throwing away.
I mean, she has so much
units.
money.
Yeah, transition can be important. But here we go. So 4 Mutas engaging at a time. Force field's already going down. Great control here. But here come the Overlords from Tilea, trying to get those Baneling drops. But there are Archons here, and those are going to soak up the Baneling hits remarkably. The Phoenix is dicing away the Mutas there. But we're about to see. Oh my gosh, she made 15 more Mutas.
Oh no.
I don't understand.
I mean, I was like, this army's not going to work, but it's okay because she'll rebuild Ultras.
Oh, like just mass Ultra. Just hit that U button a bunch of times.
But then she built 15 Mutas.
Yeah, so that's 1,500 resources, not to mention the supply. Now, is the Phoenix count getting low?
I mean,
well,
it's not low enough.
There's Stalkers.
Phoenixes in the range are such a hard counter to Mutas if there's nothing supporting the Mutas.
All right, Tilea swooping in here, taking out the Archons. Ling's doing a lot of damage on the ground.
The
Stalkers,
Speedlings, without force fields, the Speedlings are doing a great job here.
the Colossus is going to start frying them up, and the Phoenix is still doing so much damage to the Mutas. Oh my gosh, so many Phoenixes are still alive. 8 Ultras. There we go. There's that Ultra transition we were looking
there's no
for.
recall.
That's
So
true.
keep this in mind. The Phoenixes obviously are, all the Mutas are wasting money, but this Protoss army is going to die to the Ultras.
Yes, absolutely.
This aren't creep, Ultras are faster. Maybe the Stalkers can escape if there's no more Speedings. But look at, I mean, even 2 Ultras. Look how quickly they can go
Yeah,
through
it
these Stalkers.
transfused there on the Ultra as well. These Colossus are not long for this world at all. The Lings even might get a kill onto a Colossus.
He's trying to rally more units, but that's almost counterproductive because as soon as the 6 Ultras hit the field,
yeah,
but actually they're not out yet. The Ultras take a long time to build.
They do.
And if HwangSin can escape with this army,
her economy's intact too.
yeah.
She still has 98 drones.
HwangSin's got to get out of there, man.
He's got to get out. He's got to recognize that this is coming. He's seen a couple of the Ultras, so he should be aware of the danger. So now he's going to start backing up. And Immortals are starting to be in production here. At this point, I feel like a second Robo might be pretty important.
Some more Queens are dying.
Oh.
You know, a lot of Queens have died in this map as well. Now, Mutas are here to save the day. Or,
Are they, though?
No, they died.
Phoenixes are good.
Yeah, they're very good against Mutas.
I guess the good news is the Phoenix count is getting lower, so maybe a transition back into Mutas would be good after.
Maybe later.
Yeah.
You know, the thing is, this game's getting late enough that she can almost just try to deny a 5th with Ultradus. With the way the creep is, it's actually not that easy for him to move on and take a 5th. HwangSin is now going to be defensive until he can find a composition that'll beat the Ultras, because he's adding a lot of Archons, he's cranking down the Mortals. And those are the two things he's going to want to supplement his army with.
Trying to send in Zealot counterattacks across the field. Now, Tilea has a 98 drones, so at this point, I feel like it's going to be absolutely necessary to have at least 2 spines and a spore at every single base. But the Muta's able to track down these Zealots. Nice play there from Tilea, but I would love to see a lot of stacked defense at her additional expansions, maybe even adding on more drones. I'd be okay with that at this point.
HwangSin now adding in Void Rays, more Mutas being built by Tilea. And, like you said, the Phoenix count is actually kind of, well, it's actually not that low.
No. 3 Void Rays being added on.
But the upgrades to the Mutas are insane. And HwangSin, he hasn't had the economy to keep up in air upgrades. I mean, he's had to go for Templar, for Colossi, for Mortals, for all the Stargates. So, with the upgrade differential, the Mutas actually aren't going to be as bad as they've been in the past engagements. I mean, she's actually 3-2 right now. We're working on 3-3.
Phoenix is trying to poke at some Overlords here and there. Of course, every single Overlord is actually fairly important, not only in the supply, but also preventing the drop play from happening, which can be annoying. I want to see some kills in some of those Phoenixes.
Yeah, it's probably.
I feel like one of them
impressive.
has to have. All right, who's gonna find the?
Well, the thing is, every kill is also a Muta or a Queen, right? So they're all like big kills.
I saw 14 kill Phoenix. Did I beat our observer in finding the biggest one? I think I did.
I think you did. Yeah.
Poor Marcus. It's okay, Marcus. You're still doing a great job. Oh, Muta's getting caught off guard here, or the Phoenix is finally gonna start dwindling a little bit.
Yeah, I think she killed 2 there.
Whoa. And it's not necessarily a situation where you can make more.
Oh, there's a big attack actually going on over here, and a great spread on the Ultras, but there's so much anti-Ultra in this Protoss. Archons and Immortals.
Ooh, 22 Mutas in production here. But gosh, I'm afraid to look at units lost time right now. I'm like literally not going to do it. Okay, thanks, Marcus. Look at that.
A 20,000 differential, and that's pretty much all
33 Mutas in production.
This time it may work.
It has to be base trade though, type. She can't engage that army, right?
I think she can.
You think so? With all those Stalkers and the Archon?
The Mutas are so well upgraded.
Yeah, that's a great point.
There's only one. There's no Storm.
So 34 Mutas on the field.
In fact, how many Phoenix are left? There's actually, did he
not
lose?
Much.
There's only a single Phoenix left.
Not many Phoenixes at all.
This could end the game. HwangSin cannot afford to rebuild this army.
There we go. There she goes right into this army with all of the Mutas. The Stalkers trying to optimize their Blink Micro, but it's not even going to matter. Again,
Recall.
The upgrades on these Mutas are ridiculous. There is no Mothership Core here, Nick.
Oh. Well, the Mortals and Colossi are going to be sad to...
Well, if they could shoot up, I imagine if Colossus could shoot Mutas.
Protoss would have
no
a fun
problem
time.
whatsoever. Coming in the next patch.
And I don't think HwangSin can afford to rebuild this.
Still on 4 bases.
And it's 31 minutes in, so these bases are being mined out.
And what does he even make at this point, right?
Phoenixes?
I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
but he has nothing in production.
I think that's because he's like, well, I'm just
don't know
dead.
what to build.
Yeah.
3 Phoenixes.
I mean, the problem is now, even if he kills the Mutas,
he doesn't have range.
He can't take a 5th. So he could kill the Muta army, but she could just rebuild Ultras again. Like by the time he kills the Muta army,
that's what we call a checkmate.
Yeah.
Telea taking game 2, evening up the series 1-1.
She
What
had
a
to work for it,
fascinating!
man.
That was a fascinating game. I'm gonna look at units lost one more time. Evening it up. That's actually really interesting. We looked at it with like 2 minutes left, and now we look at it now, and there's actually a 10,000 differential.
Yeah, all the Immortals and and the upgrades on the Mutas are great. So as soon as he lost the Phoenix, she could have made it so much easier on herself if she made like 2 Infestors to fungal the Phoenixes or some Corruptors,
Much earlier on in the game when the Phoenixes were more of a presence exclusively, right? Not much support. But really cool game there. That was actually a really entertaining game, and now we have a tie series. We're tied 1-1 between Tilea and HwangSin as we look at a little replay. This, of course, was that final.
There's no recall. Like, if he could have recalled and kept the Stalkers, Immortals, Colossi alive, then he just turtles up, builds 12 Phoenix with range.
Yep.
Then he's back into gold again. But now, even if he rebuilds 12 Phoenix with range, he has nothing to supplement him. So he kills the Mutas, and then what does he do? He still can't take a 5th. Zerglings, well, actually, like Zerglings, he can't build anything to even beat Zerglings because all his gas has to go to Phoenix. So losing that army is not something you can afford to do as a Protoss, at least when you're mining out your bases.
Yeah. So we're gonna be tied here, 1-1. The winner of the winner of this next game will advance to WCS America Premier League Season 2. Guys, stay tuned. Game 3 between Tilea and HwangSin coming up.